وسهلا بكل الذين ينضموا للاستماع إلى راديو بلدي، أول راديو عربي أمريكي ويعنى بقضايا العرب في المهجر. برامجنا في راديو بلدي كل يوم جمعة من 8 وحتى 9 صباحا مع ليلى الحسيني في بث حي ومباشر عبر WNZK راديو 690 AM. صباح الخير بلدي، صباح الخير لكل مستمعينا.
Welcome to Radio Baladi, the first Arab, Middle Eastern, and American simulcast radio show. Radio Baladi is broadcast every Friday morning on WNZK 690 AM from 8 until 9 Eastern Time on Good Morning Michigan with Layla Al-Husseini. Our call-in number 248-557-3300. And now, stay tuned for the best radio talk show on Arab and American issues with your host, Layla Al-Husseini.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday, August 23rd, 2019. And I'm Ray Hanania, special U.S. correspondent for the Arab News newspaper, and you're listening to the Arab Street Radio and podcast broadcast from Detroit, Michigan through 690 AM WNZK Radio. I always got to say I enjoy the party train with Crystal Mayo, a program just before us, and I love her music. The Arab Street Radio and podcast is part of the U.S. Arab Radio Network, hosted by Layla Al-Husseini in an effort to energize and empower Arab Americans to stand up for their rights. For more information, go to usarabradio.com, go to my website at hanania.com, or afterwards, we podcast all of our radio shows and we do other audio interviews at thearabstreet.org. The radio show call-in number is 248-557-3300, 248-557-3300. No guests this morning. Last week we had Gideon Levy, the correspondent for Haaretz, who spent a lot of time with us and had a very interesting and sad conversation about, the oppression in Israel against Christian and Muslim Palestinians. It's just so hard to listen to those stories. But it's so important for Arab Americans in the United States and in the West to get up and do something. They just can't. We have to be a little more empowered. And it's not just about yelling and screaming. It's about engaging politics. It's about getting involved. It's about doing something. And one of the things that we can do is educate Americans. And, of course, that's how we do it through radio. Radio is a very effective way to do it. And this is one of the only radio shows, which is hard to believe, in the whole country that's broadcast Monday through Friday every morning. There isn't another Arab American radio show across the country that does that. I think there are like 4 other radio shows, maybe 5. They broadcast 30 minutes or 1 hour once a week. And that's not enough. So you got to give Layla Al-Husseini and the U.S. Arab Radio Network a lot of credit for putting this radio show on the air for you. And that means that she's doing what she needs to do, and you need to do what you need to do. You got to get involved. And that means calling 248-557-3300, because you got to let people know that Arab Americans are not sleeping. We're awake, we're doing things, and we care. That politicians have to listen to our voices, but they can't hear our voices if we're not talking, right? So if you're not talking, they're not hearing our voices, they don't think we exist. They just as soon have us leave. Believe me, this country is more racist against Arabs than they are any other group in this. And it's like for the Arab Americans, it's almost like the 1950s for African Americans in this country. The way they oppress us, the way they silence us, and it's more sophisticated. They marginalize us, they exclude us from the news media. I covered Chicago City Hall almost 18 years for one of the big mainstream newspapers, the Chicago Sun-Times. They hated the fact that I was Arab. Of course, there were some editors, and I'm generalizing a little bit because there were some editors and even some Jewish editors who loved my writing, who really backed me and supported me. But the fear of criticizing Israel cuts across. It's not a religious fear. Everybody fears criticizing Israel because Israel will beat you over the head with their weaponized weapon, their weaponized bludgeon, anti-Semitism. They will hammer you. They will destroy you. They'll try anyway. They've tried to destroy me, but they can't. I've won 4 Peter Lissiger Awards for my column writing. I write for the Arab News, the largest English language newspaper in the Middle East, based in Saudi Arabia, Dubai, in London, and now in the United States. And we're getting the word out. And the Israelis don't like it. You know, they want the media to themselves, and they've always enjoyed that media control and, you know, media domination. And we have to change that. We have to be active in voting. We have to be active in responding to the lies in the news media. We have to be active in supporting other Arab Americans. You know, we don't have to agree 100%. Rashida Tlaib and I don't agree 100%. And in all honesty, we don't even get along. She doesn't like me. What can I do? I don't care. But the fact is, it's not about Rashida. It's about Palestine. She's wrapped herself with Palestine, and I support Palestine, and I support Palestinian rights. I also support Israel, the good Israel, Israel that supports and recognizes human rights, Israel that supports and recognizes civil rights. I don't support Israel's apartheid, racist government that exists today and for the last over 20 years, since an Israeli murdered Yitzhak Rabin and did everything they could to destroy the peace process. So this radio show is really important, and you need to get involved. You need to call 248-557-3300. Very simple. You need to call, and you need to express your opinion, and you need to talk about the issues, because people are listening. And when they hear that we're strong, they get concerned. Or they hear that we're weak and nobody cares, and dysfunctional and disconnected and disorganized, scattered voices all over the United States, you know, cacophony of divisions. That's sometimes what the Arab American community is like. But it so easily can be changed. All you got to do, get up this morning, stand up, and be counted. You want to make a difference? You want to stand up for civil rights? You want to change the world, make it better? You want to protect those people who are being killed and brutalized in Palestine? You got to do it by speaking out and letting the world know that you care. And even just a phone call makes a difference. I remember when I was a reporter at the Sun-Times covering Chicago City Hall. One letter to the editor, it meant something. The editors, their eyebrows raised up. You know, it impacted them. They said, oh, wow, people are listening. And it didn't have to be a love letter. It could have been a hate letter. It didn't matter. People are listening. They knew it was working. And that's why they didn't like me, because people were listening to what I was saying, and they were reading what I was writing. And like I said, I'm proud that I won many journalism awards over the years for my writings. And it's good to see, too. You know, one of the neat things is to see more Arab Americans getting involved in the mainstream American news media, one of the most racist institutions there is. It doesn't really matter. They are so racist. They hate Arabs. They use race, they use racism, they use hate to create and fuel news stories so they can generate money. And we're the biggest targets. Arabs and Muslims, we're the biggest targets. Arab Christians are treated like Muslims. They hate Muslims, they hate Arab Christians too. Sad thing is, many Muslims don't even think about Arab Christians. They ignore us. They marginalize us too. I mean, we need to stand together as a community. Not as Muslims, not as Christians. We have to stop saying Muslim. We have to stop saying Christian. Unfortunately, we can't, because all the organizations are either Muslim and very active, or Christian and very inactive. And they're doing nothing. We need to be Arab. Arab. Say it. Arab. 4-letter word that the Israelis hate to hear. That the news media hates to hear. That 4-letter word. Arab. I'm Arab. I'm proud to be Arab. I'm Arab American. And I don't care. This is the Arab Street Radio and Podcast. I'm Ray Hanania. Our number, 248-557-3300. I'm going to talk to you this morning during the show about somebody who cared and dedicated his life to caring. The former Congressman Paul Findley. He wrote a book called They Dare to Speak Out. I got one of his books. He autographed it for me. I knew Congressman Paul Findley. He was elected in 1960, and he was defeated, kicked out of office in 1982. And he was a conservative Republican from downstate Illinois, the Farm Belt. You know, normally the Farm Belt doesn't care about Palestine. You know, they think Bethlehem is a picture on the wall. They don't realize it's a real city where Jesus was born. But Paul Findley, when he got elected, a conservative Republican in Illinois, he started wondering about the Christians in Palestine and why they were being brutalized by the Israelis and why nobody was standing up to defend them. And then he learned about the Muslims in Palestine, and he realized Muslims and Christians were both being abused. And he started speaking out. It took him like 10 years. And in 1978, they sent a group of congressmen to Syria, you know, just to check Syria out, because there were all kinds of problems in Syria at the time. And while he was in Syria, he went out of his way to meet with Yasser Arafat, the head of the Palestine Liberation Organization, who later became president of Palestine. And after talking with Arafat, Arafat told them that the Palestinians want peace, but it's Israel that doesn't want peace. It's Israel that's the obstacle. It's Israel that says one thing and does something else. And he brought that message back to the United States, and they crucified Paul Findley, like Jesus Christ. They crucified that guy so bad. They attacked him. In 1980, the Israeli lobby ran a candidate against them, funded hundreds of thousands of dollars into the opposition to defeat Paul Findley, and failed. And then in 1982, they did it again. This time they ran a guy named Dick Durbin. Name's familiar, right? He's one of the leaders of the U.S. Senate today. Richard Durbin, Dick Durbin from Illinois. Mr. Peace, quote unquote. Dick Durbin used the vicious attacks accusing Paul Findley of being anti-Semitic, denouncing him for meeting Yasser Arafat, denouncing him, Paul Findley, for standing up for the rights of Palestinian Christians and Muslims, denouncing him, and defeated him in 1982. And then Dick Durbin went on to become the congressman in that district downstate, and also the senator for the state of Illinois, pretending to be I love the Arab people, I love the Muslims, I love all of you, I think they're all great, so I'm going to support you. And he's a liar because Dick Durbin has done nothing except talk the talk. And he's part of the problem. The Democrats are part of the problem. They talk from both sides of their mouth. At least when you're talking to a Republican, you know that he hates us. They don't lie. They look right at you and they say they don't like Arabs or Palestinians. But when you talk to a Democrat, it's hard to tell because they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. You don't think Dick Durbin is defending Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar in Minnesota because he thinks that what they say is right. He's defending them because he hates Trump. He's using us. Believe me, that's part of the sophisticated politics that we have to be able to see. And the only way we can see it is when we're talking here on radio. 248-557-3300. We're going to take phone calls, but I think first we're going to take a break, okay? Beth is our producer this morning. I want to thank Beth for helping us out with the radio show. Mike is on vacation. So, Beth, why don't we take a quick break? And then when we come back, we can take some phone calls at 248-557-3300. I'm Ray Hanania. We'll be right back, right after the...
Are you going to start a restaurant or a grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Najee Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Najee Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Najee Abood, 734-744-9796.
Ziyad brand. Quality products from our family to yours. Ziyad Brothers Importing offers the finest quality products, including brands like Sultan, Kraft, Nestle, Hook, Rico Picon, Donna, and many more. Ask your retailer to carry these fine products because you deserve the very best. For more information, visit our website at www.ziyad.com. That's www.ziyad.com. Ziyad, quality products from our family to yours.
Life is a nonprofit charity that's provided humanitarian aid and development to people and communities for over 25 years, regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life for Relief and Development rushes in to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Please help improve these efforts. Make your tax-deductible donation to Life now at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493.
When you're looking for the best in optical care, Dr. Imad Nakash is your doctor to see. With years of experience and thousands of successful procedures performed, you can trust your eyes to Dr. Imad Nakash. See Dr. Imad Nakash and his professional staff for your eye care needs. There's 2 locations to serve you. In Hazel Park, call 248-336-3937. 248-336-3937. In Rochester Hills, call 248-299-3937. That's 248-299-3937.
The Rama Relief Foundation provides humanitarian aid into areas inside of war-torn Syria, as well as aid to the refugees who have fled to the neighboring countries in the Middle East. The foundation offers food baskets, container shipment, mental health, education, soup kitchens, and more. Go to ramarelief.org or call 248-990-4247. Any donation amount made to Rama will go to sustaining many lives. Call now 248-990-4247. When it comes to reproductive medicine, IVF Michigan Fertility Centers are the recognized leaders. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 5 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. As a founding member of IVF Michigan Fertility Centers, Dr. Nicholas Shama is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. Dr. Shama has performed over 10,000 IVF cases and has helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. American board certified in both obstetrics and gynecology and reproductive endocrinology and infertility, Dr. Nicholas Shama is a very caring, compassionate, expert physician that understands not only the medical but also the emotional toil of infertility on his patients. When it's time, get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio. Call toll-free 855-952-9600, 855-952-9600.
Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab offers a great array of your favorite Mediterranean meals. Meals range from lamb specialties, shawarma sandwiches, seafood dinners, and they offer special big trays of your favorite food, plus much more. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab address is 32839 Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills. Their phone number is 248-538-9552. That number again is 248-538-9552. And the supermarket is open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab will definitely leave you satisfied.
And welcome back to the Arab Street Radio and Podcast. I'm Ray Hanania here at WNZK AM 690 Radio. And we're taking phone calls at 248-557-3300. We're talking about a lot of things, but Paul Findley, the former congressman who just died August 9th, we want to give him a tribute. So let's take a phone call from Jerry first. Jerry Haba, our biggest fan. Jerry,
Good
say hello to everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Ray Hanania. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you. And thank you for your producer, Miss Beth, because at the beginning I thought I lost you because I know Mike Shepka, our producer, he's on vacation, and Mr. Jim Henderson, he's been helping Layla lately. So I'm glad Miss Beth, she answered my phone, and thanks to her. Mr. Ray Hanania, to be honest with you, whatever you said, 100% you are correct. You see, the problem, Mr. Ray Hanania, is us. We, the Arab, we the Middle Eastern, we the Chaldean. We cannot blame nobody but us, Mr. Ray. Look, Mr. Ray, since two congresswomen from Middle East, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib from Palestine, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar from Somalia, former representative of Chaldean Iraqi, Mr. Clint Kisto. How many times those people, they allow you to make a meeting, a press meeting with them? I bet you zero.
No. Yeah, Rashida is the worst. Rashida is the worst. She's Palestinian. She's fighting for the Palestinian cause, and yet she has more Palestinian enemies than anybody. That's what I don't understand. How, this whole conflict can make people heroes. Do you know what I mean? Because they wrap themselves in Palestine.
Exactly, Mr. Ray Hanania. Like Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman, she been appearing here and there in some local station and that, beside, the nationwide, like CNN, not Fox. So you see her, with my respect to her, open her mouth here and there. But when Ray Hanania, the one who for decades dedicated himself in Chicago to serve the Middle Eastern community, nobody want to listen to Ray Hanania.
Well, they listen, but she doesn't. They listen to me, but she doesn't want to listen to me, which is okay. Rashida's problem is that she's not very experienced in organizing. She lucked out. It was pure luck that she won the election in this. I'm not sure she's going to win re-election. I hope she does. But she's a congresswoman now. She needs to put aside her personal dislikes and start representing the people. That's the lesson she needs to do.
Mr. Ray Hanania, you or me or any other listener from Middle East, we were very proud to see first two congresswomen from Middle East to be in American Congress. That was an honor to all of us. That was relief to all of us. When Rashida Tlaib or Ilhan Omar become congresswoman, I don't look at them as a Palestinian or Somalian. I'm looking at Rashida or Ilhan as a part of my family. And we were so proud to see somebody represent the 1 million or maybe plus million all over the United States represent the Middle Eastern. But they don't want to work with us. They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to listen to us.
I think Rashida hates some Palestinians like me more than she hates the Israelis. That's the truth. That's how screwed up Rashida Tlaib is.
Unfortunately, Mr. Ray, Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, she is doing more damage to her people, the Palestinian, more than it is good. And Ray, at the beginning, when Rashida Tlaib came in, and, I give an advice to her indirectly. I didn't talk to her. I say, I wish if Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, first of all, she have to feel she is American first, and then she's Middle Eastern second. Third, she's a Palestinian. I want Rashida Tlaib to build the bridges between America and between the Middle East. We have to build the bridges. Nowadays, Mr. Ray Hanania, the diplomatic channel is the best. Is not like you said, yelling and screaming and protest and burning the flags here and there. That does not solve. That will make us enemy for this country. We have to show loyalty for our great country, the United States of America, regarding we do not agree with the foreign policy of the United States. And I know, Mr. Ray, you sometimes not happy with American foreign policy. Sometimes it's very stupid and very aggressive. But we look as American, like former President John F. Kennedy, when he said, ask not what your country could do for you, ask what you could do for your country.
Jerry, so thank you. Listen, Jerry, I got to let you go because we got to bring some other people on. But you are one of my disciples of the Radio Messiah, Ray Hanania, okay? You're one of my disciples, Jerry.
And my loyalty to you and my loyalty to the Arab voice of Detroit, represented by the founder, Miss Layla Al-Husseini, which I honor and I respect her. And we should all support Miss Layla Al-Husseini.
Yes, we should.
And I want to thank you, Ray, for your big work. And God bless you and God bless America.
Thank you. Thanks, Jerry.
Our number is...
You're welcome. 248-557-3300. I mean, that is a problem with Rashida Tlaib, the Congresswoman. She's basically a decent person with personal issues, personal fights. I think she fights more with Palestinians that she doesn't like than with Israelis who she criticizes in the media. It's like she has two wars, two fronts. She's fighting in one direction. She's fighting in the other direction. She's a Congresswoman now. She needs to set that aside. She has to compromise. She has to start working with everybody in the Palestinian community, including me. And if she were a real congressman, she'd come on our radio show. But she's a coward. I've invited her many times, but she's not going to come on our radio show because she thinks, Ray Hanania criticized me one time about 5 years ago, and I can't forget that. That's a baby. That's not a congressperson. That's a baby. If Rashida Tlaib wants to be a congresswoman, she needs to stand up and stop being a baby and fight for us the right way, not the emotional way, not the way we always fight, because in the Arab community, we do make the big mistake. We think that it's okay to yell and scream, and that by yelling and screaming and stamping our feet and protesting and calling people names, that they're going to listen to us. They won't. We need to be more effective. A lot of candidates, and we can talk about this after the election, a lot of candidates who are Arab American, and it's great to see so many running for office, but they make the mistake of running as Arabs instead of running as Americans. Because I'm an American, and I happen to be Arab, and I happen to be Palestinian, and I'm proud of that. My mother's from Bethlehem, my father's from Jerusalem. I'm proud of all that, but I'm an American, and when I write like an American. I write about the interests of America to Americans. And you know what? And I do champion the rights of the Palestinians and Christians and Muslims. I fight for those rights. And I speak out against the extremists. That's what we have to do. We have to identify the extremists. And Rashida Tlaib cannot be an extremist. If she wants to get reelected, she needs to open her eyes because she's at a crossroads. She can either do some good for the Palestinians, or she can be a flash in the pan, loudmouth, personality, angry person, the way she is right now, and then disappear. And we'll have another person taking her place who may not have the opportunity that Rashida Tlaib has to stand up and defend the rights of Palestinians. 248-557-3300. Let's be honest. We all know Rashida. She needs to grow up. She needs to grow up. She needs to stand up and stop wrapping herself in the Palestinian cause like she owns it, because she doesn't own it. She represents the Palestinians, and that means she needs to reach out to all of us. And she should come on this radio show and be the bigger person than she is. We're going to take another break here at WNZK AM 690 Radio, the Arab Street Radio, and podcast. Remember, you get all these podcasts on my website at hanania.com. You can get all of that. So we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back right after these messages.
New Concept Products and Design.
بإدارة ناجي عبود. هل تحتاج فتح مطعم؟ هل تحتاج فتح محل المواد الغذائية؟ هل تحتاج تصاميم وخرائط؟ اتصل بناجي عبود على الرقم 734-744-9796. هل تريد شراء معدات المطابخ والمطاعم وبأسعار مخفضة وتسهيلات بالدافع؟ اتصل بناجي عبود الآن على الرقم 734-744-9796. خصم 5% عند الشراء ب75,000 أو أكثر على كافة المواد. لمزيد من المعلومات زوروا موقعهم الإلكتروني على
www.newconceptproducts.com
أو زوروهم في موقعهم الجديد
31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia.
ناجي عبود، العلامة المميزة في عالم المطابخ.
Life is a non-profit charity that's provided humanitarian aid and development to people and communities for over 25 years, regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life for Relief and Development rushes in to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Please help improve these efforts. Make your tax-deductible donation to Life now at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493.
When you're looking for the best in optical care, Dr. Imad Nakash is your doctor to see. With years of experience and thousands of successful procedures performed, you can trust your eyes to Dr. Imad Nakash. See Dr. Imad Nakash and his professional staff for your eye care needs. There's 2 locations to serve you. In Hazel Park, call 248-336-3937. 248-336-3937. In Rochester Hills, call 248-299-3937. That's 248-299-3937.
The Rama Relief Foundation provides humanitarian aid into areas inside of war-torn Syria, as well as aid to the refugees who have fled to the neighboring countries in the Middle East. The foundation offers food baskets, container shipment, mental health, education, soup kitchens, and more. Go to ramarelief.org or call 248-990-4247. Any donation amount made to Rama will go to sustaining many lives. Call now 248-990-4247. When it comes to reproductive medicine, IVF Michigan Fertility Centers are the recognized leaders. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 5 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. As a founding member of IVF Michigan Fertility Centers, Dr. Nicholas Shama is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. Dr. Shama has performed over 10,000 IVF cases and has helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. American board certified in both obstetrics and gynecology and reproductive endocrinology and infertility, Dr. Nicholas Shama is a very caring, compassionate, expert physician that understands not only the medical but also the emotional toil of infertility on his patients. When it's time, get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio. Call toll-free 855-952-9600, 855-952-9600.
Kushat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab offers a great array of your favorite Mediterranean meals. Meals range from lamb specialties, shawarma sandwiches, seafood dinners, and they offer special big trays of your favorite food, plus much more. Kushat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab address is 32839 Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills. Their phone number is 248-538-9552. That number again is 248-538-9552. And the supermarket is open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kushat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab will definitely leave you satisfied.
If halal is important to your family, you can trust that Miramar will offer not only the highest quality halal products, but the best tasting and healthiest foods that can be placed on your family table with confidence. Miramar is the first and oldest halal certified food brand in America, serving the Arab and Muslim community, and offers a wide range of halal food products. Check out Miramar's halal food selection today by visiting Miramar's exclusive distributor, Ziad Brothers Importing at www.ziad.com.
And welcome back to the Arab Street Radio and Podcast. I'm Ray Hanania. Our number, 248-557-3300. You can call in and tell us how you feel. And we don't have to agree on anything. That's the important thing. Make your voice heard. If your voice is heard, then you have power. If your voice is not heard, then you're weak. And everything you stand for can be crushed. This past week, Rashida Tlaib wanted, and Ilhan Omar of Minnesota wanted to go to Palestine and visit and, just check out what was happening, because the Israelis really have some terrible policies that they're involved with, targeting Christians and Muslims inside Israel and inside the occupied territories. And Netanyahu said no. Then he changed his mind and he said yes. Then Donald Trump, who really, this guy, he's not the smartest guy in the world. He's done some good things, but, he just has a strange way of doing stuff. I still think he's better than certainly Hillary Clinton, but he's kind of wacky, but we've had wacky presidents before, and you kind of look for that focus where you can try to make a difference, which unfortunately the Arabs are not doing. They've just totally brushed them off completely. But then Donald Trump said, no, Netanyahu, don't let Rashida and Ilhan Omar enter, Israel and the West Bank. And then the Israelis reversed themselves and then blocked Rashida. And then Rashida reached out to Israel and said, my grandmother lives in the West Bank in a little village just outside Ramallah in the occupied territories, and I want to visit as a humanitarian visit. And they said, okay, we're going to give you a humanitarian visit, but only if you promise that you don't say anything about BDS and boycotts, and criticism, blah, blah, blah. And, listen, I sympathize with Rashida on this issue, because it's her grandmother who's getting up there in age, and, you just don't know how long, the elderly are going to be around. So she wanted to see her grandmother. So who wouldn't say, okay, yes, I won't boycott or talk about boycott. I just want to see my grandmother. And then, of course, they made that public to embarrass Rashida. They gave that out to say, oh, what a hypocrite Rashida is. She won't say anything about BDS and boycott and has agreed to come here. And then she said, hey, after talking with my family, I decided I'm not going to go there because the conditions they put on me, are unfair. And they really are unfair. The bottom line isn't Rashida in this issue. She's doing the right thing. She has a right to visit there. She's an elected member of the U.S. Congress. And Israel has a responsibility to respect our elected officials. And of course they don't. And that's why Israel is disrespecting Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, because they don't like them and because they're critical of Israel. There are very few voices in the pro-Israel U.S. Congress. Most of the congressmen walk around with a headlock on their heads put there by the Israeli lobby, AIPAC. They got them in a headlock, and if they so much as burp a criticism of Israel, the Israelis will twist their necks and break them off if they go off the deep end, like they did to Paul Findley back in 1982. They loved the guy when he was elected in 1960, but Paul Findley was moved and inspired by John F. Kennedy, and he, a Republican conservative, embraced the civil rights movement, and he also opposed the Vietnam War. And a lot of Republicans were angry with him about that. But it was when he criticized Israel that he got in trouble. He could do anything else, and he would have been there forever. Paul Findley would have been there until he just passed away 2 weeks ago, August 9th, as a congressman from the downstate Illinois district. But as soon as he started criticizing Israeli policy, his career was brought to an end by the Israeli war machine, the political war machine that monitors the centurions in the United States, that prevent anybody. They do their best to prevent anybody from saying or doing things. They've gone after me a million times, and I'm Christian, and they don't care. They hate Christians as much as they hate Muslims. Those wacko Israelis, the wacko Israeli right. They're crazy. And so, but Rashida Tlaib was right, to demand that she be able to go there without any conditions, because we pay the Israelis $38 billion from our tax dollars. So don't we have a right to go there and see what kind of crazy stuff they're doing, abusing people, abusing civil rights? Don't we have a right to do that? I think we do. And Rashida is our elected representative. Despite whatever her problems are in her district and with the community, she's still the congresswoman, and she should be respected and by the Israelis. Ilhan Omar is the same way. Ilhan is an amazing congressperson. There's another Palestinian in Congress, Justin Amash. You don't hear a peep from him, do you? You ever hear Justin Amash, the Palestinian actually, I think he's the second Palestinian elected to Congress, but he is in Congress, and I've never heard him say anything about Palestine, and that's why nobody bothers him. He's a Republican conservative, and now he's broke from the Republican Party, and now he's a libertarian, because it's all about him. He just cares about himself. He doesn't care about, issues, that affect his people. He should be out there fighting for the rights of Palestinians, and he's not. He should be defending Rashida Tlaib. And I wonder why Justin Amash isn't doing that. I know Rashida has her personality issues. I know that she has her list of people she hates, but still, she is a congresswoman. We have to respect her. We have to support her. And as much as I disagree with Rashida's past personal track record of attacking people, I'd set that aside and support her and say that the Israelis are wrong and she's right. She has a right to go to Israel and Palestine and see the truth and bring that truth back to the American people. And the Israelis don't want to do it. 248-557-3300 is our number here at the Arab Street Radio. 248-557-3300. All you got to do is call up, share your opinion, tell people what you think. You don't have to agree with me. You can even be opposed to me. You can disagree with me. But you know what? I'm an American, and we respect civil rights of everybody, unlike the Israelis, who respect no one's civil rights except their own. I respect everybody's civil rights. Let's take another break, Beth. Let's take our final break, if that's okay. And then when we come back, we'll have our final 15 minutes to talk about some of these issues and to take your phone calls at 248-557-3300. 248-557-3300. Do it right away. I'm Ray Hanania. We'll be right back right after.
Are you going to start a restaurant or grocery store soon? Do you need floor plans and designs? Call Najee Abood at 734-744-9796. Do you want to buy kitchen and restaurant equipment at discount prices? Call Najee Abood now, 734-744-9796. New Concept Products and Design, the trademark of kitchen equipment. 5% discount on all purchases of $75,000 or more. New Concept Products and Design, new location, 31185 Schoolcraft in Livonia. Learn more at www.newconceptproducts.com. Call Najee Abood, 734-744-9796.
Ziyad brand. Quality products from our family to yours. Ziyad Brothers Importing offers the finest quality products, including brands like Sultan, Kraft, Nestle, Hook, Rico Picon, Donna, and many more. Ask your retailer to carry these fine products because you deserve the very best. For more information, visit our website at www.ziyad.com. That's www.ziyad.com. Ziyad, quality products from our family to yours.
Life is a nonprofit charity that's provided humanitarian aid and development to people and communities for over 25 years, regardless of race, color, religion, or cultural background. When disaster occurs here or around the world, Life for Relief and Development rushes in to provide food, medical aid, and shelter to those in need. Please help improve these efforts. Make your tax-deductible donation to Life now at lifeusa.org or call 248-424-7493.
When you're looking for the best in optical care, Dr. Imad Nakash is your doctor to see. With years of experience and thousands of successful procedures performed, you can trust your eyes to Dr. Imad Nakash. See Dr. Imad Nakash and his professional staff for your eye care needs. There's 2 locations to serve you. In Hazel Park, call 248-336-3937. 248-336-3937. In Rochester Hills, call 248-299-3937. That's 248-299-3937.
The Rama Relief Foundation provides humanitarian aid into areas inside of war-torn Syria, as well as aid to the refugees who have fled to the neighboring countries in the Middle East. The foundation offers food baskets, container shipment, mental health, education, soup kitchens, and more. Go to ramarelief.org or call 248-990-4247. Any donation amount made to Rama will go to sustaining many lives. Call now 248-990-4247. When it comes to reproductive medicine, IVF Michigan Fertility Centers are the recognized leaders. With locations in Bloomfield Hills and 5 other cities in Michigan and Ohio, IVF has experts in all aspects of the field. As a founding member of IVF Michigan Fertility Centers, Dr. Nicholas Shama is one of the leading reproductive endocrinologists in Michigan and Ohio. Dr. Shama has performed over 10,000 IVF cases and has helped thousands of couples fulfill their dreams of parenthood. American board certified in both obstetrics and gynecology and reproductive endocrinology and infertility, Dr. Nicholas Shama is a very caring, compassionate, expert physician that understands not only the medical but also the emotional toil of infertility on his patients. When it's time, get personalized care from Dr. Nicholas Shama at IVF Michigan Fertility Centers in Michigan and Ohio. Call toll-free 855-952-9600, 855-952-9600.
Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab offers a great array of your favorite Mediterranean meals. Meals range from lamb specialties, shawarma sandwiches, seafood dinners, and they offer special big trays of your favorite food, plus much more. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab address is 32839 Northwestern Highway in Farmington Hills. Their phone number is 248-538-9552. That number again is 248-538-9552. And the supermarket is open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kashat's Mediterranean Market and Shish Kebab will definitely leave you satisfied.
If halal is important to your family, you can trust that Miramar will offer not only the highest quality halal products, but the best tasting and healthiest foods that can be placed on your family table with confidence. Miramar is the first and oldest halal certified food brand in America, serving the Arab and Muslim community, and offers a wide range of halal food products. Check out Miramar's halal food selection today by visiting Miramar's exclusive distributor, Ziad Brothers Importing, at www.ziad.com.
And welcome back to the Arab Street Radio and Podcast broadcast from Detroit, Michigan through 690 AM WNZK Radio. I'm Ray Hanania. It is Friday, August 23rd. Our phone number is 248-557-3300. I know we got some really good, loyal listeners, and I really appreciate them, for taking the time to call us. Like Jerry, he's a great guy. I'm trying to leave the lines open so that we can get a few more calls at 248-557-3300 for some new callers, because I gotta get these people to stand up and speak their mind, because if you can't stand up and speak your mind on a radio show, that's one reason why the Arabs do so badly in this country. It's not that anybody holds us back. It's we hold ourselves back. We fight with each other. We're divisive. Listen, whatever my issues with Rashida Tlaib, I don't care. I still support her. And I think that she's better, than the Israelis, the government there, the Israeli government. I support the Israelis, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm not a fanatic. I support Israel, the left, the moderate Israelis. I think they do a great job, and I support all the Palestinians who oppose violence and who stand up for against violence. I don't think violence is the way to go. I think the BDS movement is our peace movement. It's our nonviolent movement. BDS, boycotting Israel's illegal settlements. I'm just reading a letter that Americans for Peace Now just sent out about how the Jewish National Fund and their subsidiaries are grabbing land, Christian-owned land, in Bethlehem. They're taking it. And that's the interesting thing is American Christians don't even understand that their Christian brethren in Bethlehem, where Jesus was born. Jesus was a rabbi, Jewish, and all those Jews who follow Jesus are the chosen people like me, Hanania, a Jewish Hebrew word. It means God has been gracious. The Israeli government, the racist Israeli government, which needs to go, their government is taking land from Christians in Bethlehem. They're taking that land. They're destroying the homes. And Americans, Christians, are not speaking out. And the reason Christian Americans are not speaking out is because the Arabs are not speaking out about it. We're silent. You know, hey, I'd rather go have fool this morning, right? I'd rather go out and get a little falafel sandwich and just take it easier. Get some kanafa. I'll go have some kanafa this morning instead of calling a radio show and expressing their opinion and standing up for justice. 248-557-3300. Those are the 10 numbers that open the door to your freedom. 248-557-3300. All you got to do is call and express your opinion. We need to stand by Rashida as much as she needs to change her attitude and focus on the real issues and stop fighting with people in her own community. And she really needs to come on this radio show. Believe me, if I were a Jewish American and this were a Jewish American radio show, Jewish American elected officials that I disagreed with would still come on the radio show and we'd have a civil discussion, because they can have a civil discussion without emotion, without anger, without calling each other names. But somehow, I don't know, the Arabs can't do it. I don't get it. You know, and it's always been depressing for me. All the 40 years I've been in journalism, it's always been the same issues that we face today. We faced 40 years ago when I was younger, a kid. We're still arguing the same issues in the Arab community. We don't get along. It's become more religious now. It's no longer Arab. We don't look at ourselves as Arab, standing together as Arab. We've broken down into religious groups. So now, for example, the American Muslims for Palestine. The American Muslims for Palestine have a big convention coming up. I wish they'd call themselves Palestinians for Palestine or Americans for Palestine rather than American Muslims for Palestine, because I'm Christian. I don't feel like I'm part of what they're doing. Let's go to the phone lines at 248-557-3300, the 10 numbers that can free you, and say hello to Ahmed. Hey, Ahmed, good morning, and thank you for calling.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, just a moment. I have comment for Rashida. Rashida, she's elected friendly and openly by her own people, not by Christian, what's calling Christian, Middle Eastern or something, because most of them, if you look in too many local here, show or start the AIPAC directly Rashida, most of them is Christian, Middle East like Iraqi, etc. So Rashida, she's elected by her own people, and she have largest supporter in Washington DC. If you watch the TV over there in California, New York, so Ilhan also. So here the problem is around the community here in Michigan. Some Christian recommend the attack her directly. This is not good. So this is my opinion.
Yeah, well, listen, thank you for that. I appreciate. I mean, you know, your voice can make a difference. What you say can make a difference because a lot of people are hearing you. You know, some people in the Arab community are just afraid to call in. They're afraid that the FBI is going to harass them or something. But we need to do what you did, Ahmed. Thank you. Our number is 248-557-3300. You can call in and say whatever you want. 10 numbers that will free you, that will empower you, give you a voice in a country where we are voiceless. Because after I go off the air, there are many shows, Arab programs, but in Detroit, outside of that, there's nothing. There's nobody, and we need to strengthen our voice. We only have a few minutes left, so I just want to thank everybody, but tell you, please, go to my website at hanania.com, HANANIA.com. You get the links to everything I do. The Arab News newspaper where I write, I don't know, 500,000 readers. You can go to the ArabDailyNews.com, the ArabDailyNews.com. That's where I have my Middle East stuff. And, we have Ahmed again. Let's bring him on. We'll bring Ahmed on. Hey, Ahmed, how are you? Thank you.
Hey, Ray. This is another Ahmed. I'm calling
Oh, a
from
different
Washington,
Ahmed,
D.C.
but that's okay. Ahmed is a strong name. Go ahead, Ahmed.
It's a popular name. Anyway, hey, Ray, I've been listening to you from the beginning. Talk about Israel is not going to solve any problem. We have to do something about it.
Yes.
So talk first, and we talk a lot. So let's do something. Why you don't tell us what we should do?
Well, listen, what we should do, the first step is we need to do what you just did. We need to stand up and be heard, because only the real extreme activists...
We have been talking for a generation, and Ray, we have been talking a lot, but we're doing little. So let's do something. And
well, we have a chance. Rashida has a chance to change things. She can make things different, but she needs to stop being angry with people in her own community. She needs to focus on the issues.
And let's support
listen, unfortunately, we're at the end of the line. I want you to call back the next time I'm on radio if you want. Let's talk a little bit more, because I appreciate you, Jerry Haba, and everybody. Listen, I have to say goodbye because we're at the end of the radio show. Ahmed, thank you for calling. I'm Ray Hanania. Remember, go to hanania.com to get all the information about me. Thank you, Leila Al-Husseini, for all the work you do, and Beth, who's in the studio. Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you on the second Friday of the month. Bye.